So today we will concentrate on something about this XML related layout, how to design. So first, yesterday we created one project, right? So on that project, let us consider one or two different kind of layouts. So here there are different kinds of layouts. One is the relative, linear, table, frame, and the constraint. So as of today, while we create new project, it is creating with constraint layout. But the constraint layout has not having all the exact properties which we are using for our design perspective. So that is the reason now in a majority of the cases, we are not using this constraint layout on only on some of the specific areas we are using this constraint layout. So for the reason now that we will discuss later, but first we will concentrate on a basic layouts. Means if you understand the basic layouts, then easily we can understand this functionality. So for that reason, what I'll do is now I'm removing this constraint layout. So the constraint layout I'll replace with, first we supposed to discuss relative, right? So I'll replace this with relative layout. See, while I'm changing on a top, automatically the bottom layout is also changing. Means the ending stack of this particular component is also changing. Right. So now relative layout. So this is the view. It is created like this. So I'll zoom here. So we need to understand few properties, right? So if any XML name means any XML file that start with, so that start with here. So that starts with here. Okay. So we are able to hear, right? Anjali, you are able to hear, right? Anjali. Hello. My voice is clear. Yeah, hello.
Hey Raj, can you hear me? Sorry, I have internet issues.
Okay, no problem. That's the reason
Yeah.
just stop there. Okay, no.
Yeah.
So now, so just I think you've seen that. So defaultly, whenever we create a project, it has creating with the constraint layout. So I changed that constraint layout to here, first layout, relative layout, right? So after that, this is created like this, right? So any XML file, look, so that it will start with the first version and UTF encoding. So no need to remember this. In case if any update will happen featurely, automatically that version and UTF encoding will come automatically. That is right. After that, so this is the now what is the layout? It is first one which is right. First one which is showing, that is a one type of layout, any type, either it is relative, linear, constraint, whatever it is. So the first element, whatever the element first it is there, so that we can say as the parent. So this is the parent for this particular XML. This is the parent. So first one which is there, that is the parent. So for this parent layout, first layout, that is, it contains these properties. First one, it is an XML NS. NS is nothing but it is a namespace. So the namespace, after that colon Android. It is the path for the namespace. So some of the properties like from the Android, we can able to access those properties. But this is looking like a URL, right? So this is looking like a URL. So let me try. It is in a browser. Can we get something? So I'm trying this in a browser. See here. Normally here we won't get anything here, right? Because this is an internal call from the operating system side. So the libraries means in Android folder, this is the path for the Android folder in RES. So from the RES folder, what is the properties are there that we can access here. So that's the reason we used to define here that. So this is the path to access those properties. Like similar, there are one more folder app. So Android is an older one. App is the newer properties. For new properties, we will use app, and older properties we will use the Android. Like that is. One more is the tools. Like some of the tools which we use for that. So those all we can get from the schemas. See, from the schemas we will get this. So these three are important for parent. Must that parent should contain. If it won't contain, what happens? Here, without this also, we can do the design, but all the properties we used to write in our own with the lengthy of the code. That's not a suggestible. So that is the reason we will use all the properties from here itself, right? Next, it has layout width and height. So what is layout width and what is layout height? So the layout width and layout height both it defines the width means it's left to right, height means top to bottom. So to understand this property here now, for this, I'll give some background color so that we can understand easily that how that is here. So here, after this main activity, here now I'll give the background color. Right, for the entire layout, I'm giving the background color. So the property call here. So background. So here hash followed by something 3 digits you can give, like it is HTML color coding. Like if you don't know, just you can give random 3 numbers. So it will create some color. After that, if you want from here, we can modify. This is HTML like 0 to 9 A to F combination. Like here, whatever the color you want, by clicking here this, you can modify that color. All right. So by clicking this, say from here, you can select any one of the colors. See, automatically that color has changed here. So that can be updated here. Like see, updated here. So now this is the height and width, right? So height and width properties we can specify total in 4 ways. I'll show you the 4 ways. See here now, this is the match parent and match parent. Match parent is nothing but it is the complete match parent. It should match with the parent. It should occupy entire layout. Let us say I changed here this match parent to next one. It is wrap content. So I'm giving as a wrap content. See, I gave here as wrap content. See what happened here now? It will some small color means see, this is up to hello world text where it is displayed. until that it is there. Like height also, I'll change wrap content. Height also I'll change it as a wrap content. So both height and width I change as a wrap content. See now, only this much. Like here, I'll add some text. Hello. Good morning. Something I'll add. See, while I'm adding this, that is increasing gradually. Like means whatever the content, wrap content, how much the content is there, it can occupy that much. And match parent, it can occupy the entire screen. Like third property, I can give here as the fill parent. So just you can see while I'm typing here fill parent. So fill parent. See, it is striked with the line. So what is the meaning why it is striked with the line? So whatever the method means whichever the method or whichever the method or class, if in case if it is a striking with the line in any programmatical language, that method has deprecated, means that is not in use. So soon that property will delete from the coding side. Means in place of that, something else will be replaced. So what it is replaced here, see, I given for the width as a fill parent. It is also equal to fill parent and match parent, both are the same. Right here, I added here fill parent. So fill parent. It can occupy now height and width as usually like previous things. It is a little bit slow. See now it is occupied with this, it is this. So now it is clear, right? Means this fill parent we cannot use nowadays because when Android 7.0 has introduced, from Android 7.0 onwards, this fill parent is not suggesting because it is the mobile has mobile this height and width, it has the updated with match parent, because from Android 7.0 onwards our applications will support for the watch as well as the TV, means small to high resolution. That's the reason this fill parent is replaced. In case if you got a chance to work on any older project, if you find anywhere on the fill parent, immediately that you can replace with match parent. Don't use this fill parent. And the last, we can give manual also. 200 dp 200 dp, but this manual is also not suggestible nowadays because there are various designs, various kind of ratio devices are available, like resolution wise, various sizes of devices are available. So it is not fixed in all the like let us say here I can set 400 maybe it will fulfill my screen size. Let us say here if I put 400 here, see how much it will occupy here. See, almost it is done. But if I go some other resolution, it cannot like that. So that is the reason manual is also not suggestible until the client has only the particular application they want to use only on a specific device. Then you can go with the manual. Apart from that, you cannot go manual. So you can use either match or the wrap content only. So, but for the parent, always it is match and match only, because parent should occupy 100% of the layout. So that is the reason it should be match and match. It is mandatory for the parent. Right. So both it is match parent, match. Right. So now I'll remove this. Here we will add some of the components here in this. like here. I'll remove this. So here first we will add some buttons to identify, to understand the relative layout properties. So first I'm taking one button. So we are not concentrating on button properties only, not button properties, basic properties we are concentrating, which are related to then basic properties of button and main properties of the relative layout. So button, for the button, we should give height and width. So height and width, both I'm giving as a wrap content here. Wrap content. And this is also wrap content. Both I'm giving the wrap content. Right. Then here now I'll give one ID for this. So each and every component should have the ID. So to identify, this is the like unique. So for every person, like this should be like however we have the name like this, it is a unique identification. So whenever I want to utilize this button, always we will call with this ID only. So I'm giving the BT1 at the rate ID, that is a BT1. So then next, some text, I'll give some text. So the text property, I'll give here the text. So I'll give text as 1. Right. Also, this button is touching on top and left, right? So just we will give some space. That space we can give as a margin. So once I give here margin, it should create a space around the 4 sides. 4 sides it will create space like 5 dp. See, just button will move little bit down and right also. Then I closed this button. See, now it is moved little bit down, right? So this is a button 1, right? Like same here, we can create multiple buttons. So like that, we can create here multiple buttons. So just I'll copy this code. So I'll copy this and I'll paste here again. So next button, I want to align beside of the right side of the 1. So that is my target here. So I want to adjust next button right side of the 1. So I pasted here. So then I changed this text as a 2 and ID should be unique. So if it will be like this, it will give an error. So here I'm changing this to BT2. Right. So BT2 I gave here. But what happened here now, you can see on a screen. So you can concentrate on a screen. So where is the 1? So 1 is overlapped by 2. Right. So how we need to overcome this? So to overcome this here, we need to add some relative layout property. So what relative layout property? So this we are adding right side, right? So here we can give end of. So we can give the property called here end of. So I'm giving the property here end of. It will come like, wait, it is taking a little bit time. So end of. Align layout end of. So this is the one I'm using, this end of. So which end of? At the rate ID, which ID we should give? So that is the first one, right? At the rate plus ID. that is BT1. So now that button can move right side of that. Why it is not, why it is taking time?
It took a drawable end, I think.
Oh,
The
sorry.
properties.
That's the reason. You know, think system is little bit slow today. So that's the reason. So that's the reason only it not came. Otherwise, it will come immediately. Right. So see now that button will move. See that button has moved to this side. Like now, I want to arrange one more button that is again the right of the 2. So how? That is button 3. I want to adjust it. So here now I'll take one more. So I have added one more button. So here we will change this as a 3, BT3. Oh, here it is place missed. That's the reason it is. Yeah, now it is. So here I'll change this as a ID BT3. Right here, this is a 3. Again, now it is overlap with 1. So here now I want to add the same end of property, but I don't want to add end of. Instead of end of, I can use here one more property that is right of. So end of equal to same right of, but which one I have to use? See, first while I'll add this property. So right of, that is, so at the rate ID BT2. So now that can move to there, right? So it is moved. So which one I used to use? So either I used to use end of or right of. So see now right of as some background color. So like similar, what is the fill parent property? So this right of property also, it's going to expire soon. So you use always end of, where right equal to end. You remember, if any case, if any other project also, if it is already used the right of, that you can write replace with end. So that is similar, but end is the latest one, right is the older one. So always you can replace that with this. Then I have to add one more button here. Now this I want to sit exactly, means this button I want to sit exactly below of the 2. So for that here I'm giving the 4 BT4, and here the ID I'm giving the 4. Again it is replaced by this, right? So now I have to set exactly this. So for that, I'll give the relation here, the below. So the property call here, I'll give this below. So below that is at the rate ID BT2. I'll give this is the BT2. Below BT2. Right. So see now that is moved down, but it is below of this. But what I'm expecting is exactly that is a below, but it is not like that, right? So it came as that is below only, but it is not means below means it defines only the next row. So but here again we need to give here. So right of end of like that. But I don't want to give here right of property, but I want to sit there means I can give here one more property that is start of. So I can give start of. So start of that is 3, right at the red button 3 before the 3 before 3. See now that has moved to here, right? For this case also here we can give left up also, like same start up equal to left means in case any particular place if you find left you can replace with start. So here I can give left also. But for the same place I'm giving both, but it is like this. See here, even if same place if I give both also, that will come comment like see some background color will come for that. So this is like this. See now next I want to align one button here. So that is 5 BT5 BT5. Here I'll give the text to 5 and I want this full width match parent instead of wrap content. I want to go with match parent. So match parent. So here now below I'll give below. Here it is most. So here we can give below button 4. Below at the right ID VT4. Right. Now for this, no need to give right off, left off because it's already occupied full width. So we cannot move that light left, right. So that is this. Next, we'll create here one more button. So this button now, I want to align here. So for that here now, I'll give ID as the 6 and text also I'll give here 6. Right. So first we will give for this the relation has below. Then we can give one more property like wait something it is not refreshed. Why it is okay. So here numerics it ID is only numerics it cannot take. So that's the reason BTC is right. So here now I'll give that relation below by 5, BT5. Below BT5. Right. Then I'll give complete end. So that is, I'll give end align parent end. This property called align parent end. Layout align parent end. True. See, automatically that can be seated there. So here end means this same property we can give instead of the end, we can give right also. So, but that cannot used. So that's the reason in the same for the same button, I'm showing that. So right, align parent right. So like this. So but suggestible is to use end. Don't use the this one. Right. So next I have to add one button. So that is here. Exactly the center of the page. So this I'll change as 7. Right here. Also I'm changing this as a 7. So this is exactly center from top to bottom and left to bottom. I have this, right? So this is the central horizontal true and central vertical true. Horizontal means it is the left to right, vertical means it is the top to bottom. So I'll give first central vertical. So central vertical true. So next central horizontal. So central horizontal true. So central horizontal. See now top to bottom it is set it as a center. Now I'm setting this is also this true. Right now that button can be seated exactly the center of the page. Right. So the next button I want to align exactly the bottom of the page here. So where we are finding the bottom. Hello. Sir, అది సెషన్ ఏదో చేంజెస్ అని పెడుతున్నారు చూడండి ఒకసారి. ఒక్కసారి చెక్ చేసి కన్ఫర్మ్ చేయండి. ఓకే. So next here I want to take one button. So that exactly I want to align here. So for that here now. So this is I'm changing as a BT8 and here I'm giving this as a 8. So that is here. So this is the bottom right here. Similar, that is the bottom. Align parent bottom true. So align parent bottom is true. So true. Right now it's seated So it's written now here, right? So next button in a same row, like bottom row, exactly I want to say center on that. So that we will see. So this I'll change as a 9. So here I'm adding this as a 9 and this as 9. So both I'm adding 9. Right. So after that, here I'll give first the same align parent bottom. So that is like align parent bottom. Align parent bottom. Bottom. True. Right now it overlapped with 2. Right. Then here now we will add horizontal, central, horizontal, true. So that it can be aligned in that particular row. It will be in a center. So central, horizontal, true. Right. So this can be shifted exactly center. Right. So now I want next button. So that can be set here. So here it is. I'll give that as the 10. 10. So also this text also I'll give as a 10. So I'll give here end of sorry, align parent and it is just a minute. So align parent and row find align parent bottom. So I think you are getting some background noise, right? My
No, I'm good. No,
my
I'm
voice,
good.
my voice is clear or you are getting some background?
Uh, it's not that much clear, but I'm not getting any noise. But your voice is very low.
Yeah, that here some marriage is going on. That's a little bit.
Oh,
Just now they started background.
okay, okay. No
So
problem.
this is about relative layout. So I'll share you this code to you. So for today you can practice this. Tomorrow we will see the next layout.
Yes, I have questions.
Yeah.
So, what is the advantages of relative layout when we use the relative
Yeah.
layout when we use other layouts kind of?
Yeah. That after the linear layout, I'll explain you the differences between those two and what case we
Okay,
will use.
okay, okay,
So meanwhile, if we have a time, so you can practice one task that is Windows 7 calculator.
okay. Yeah.
So Windows 7 calculator. I don't want all the entire design,
Uh-huh.
only the specific area I'll show you. only buttons area is fine for this. Like just to you understand for the reason. Just on the properties. So only this buttons is fine. Like I need exactly this button is width, height is more, this button width is more, like that I need exactly.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, just you can try this. In some time I'll share you that code with you.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Thank you.